It's never too early to lay the foundation for our strong financial future, but half of teens say they never or rarely discuss money with their parents, and basic financial knowledge is not often part of school's curriculum.
Yeah, but there are some options out there to get the education that you need. So let's go ahead and bring in our cousin, Roy Paul, Executive Director of Sentability. I don't know, we're probably cousins, we don't know yet. But it's a New York City-based nonprofit that teaches high school students about personal finances and how to manage their money. First of all, thank you and welcome to the show.
My pleasure, thank you.
Depends on how big the bank account is. Then he might be cousin, our St. Vincent cousin.
So then I'm a distant cousin.
Yeah.
Exactly. So why would you say it is so important to start financial planning and these conversations very early with kids?
Yeah, so we're at a critical time in our society where money is going to matter more than ever, right? And if you don't have a lot of it, you really need to know how to manage it, because if you don't, then you're going to end up in places we don't want you to be with bad credit, and then you will never be able to retire. There are people who call our office in their 60s and they're still paying down student debt.
Wow.
So we have to start earlier with the basic fundamentals, and we're heading into the summer season. It's my exciting time.
Okay.
Not just because I like the beach, but because it's one of the main ways, in fact, first ways that many young people earn money. They have that summer job, or they work at the ice cream stand, Rita's or whatever. And so this is a great time they can actually take hold of these principles.
Okay, so what age are you talking about implementing this education, and how do you do that at different ages and stages?
Yeah, theoretically you can do it as early as a kid can talk, right?
Okay.
If they want something that requires money, that's an opening for a conversation, right? So you want an ice cream bar, how much is that, right? I just gave you $5, how much change are you going to get back? Start them thinking about how money works for them. Those conversations will gradually end up into my first car and paying for college and going on shopping sprees, and oh, by the way, I want to go to Italy with my friends this summer, right? Yeah. So you're going to have to really start in the baby steps.
So don't be like our parents and just say money don't grow on trees. That's what they
Thanks for that advice.
My mom would say that all the time. Money, okay, all right.
Say less. But so much about financial stability, Roy, has to deal with like building good habits. And you say that includes creating a budget. How do you go about that if you're a teenager?
Yeah, so I always like the 50-30-20 rule because as early as you can start it, it'll just become a habit. I have a lot of friends of mine, and they say, I get a paycheck, what do I do with it? How do I know how much I can afford in rent, right? How do I know how much I can afford for this or that and the third? Because no one's breaking it down. Everyone's just spending and hoping that it's going to be there when it's a rainy day. And so that 20%, I always say, the moment you start earning money, if you can teach your kid, or you as an adult can just save 20% automatically, that is the best start you can do.
Is there a budget app that you like?
Or anything that's free. I don't like to pay for anything.
Yeah, because there's some expensive ones out there.
Yeah, but I also love Google and YouTube, believe it or not. I get a lot of knowledge from financial experts who go on YouTube. They have videos, they're being interviewed by other people, and you can learn a lot about how other people have invested their money.
YouTube University, I call it. Are there any other lasting tips or points you would have, especially for kids going to college? We know there could be the lure of credit cards on campus.
Yeah, well, for me, it's not just credit cards, but it's student debt. Because I always ask people who are going off to college, how much are you going to pay when you graduate in 4 years? And they don't ever know that answer. I know friends of mine in their 30s and their 40s who wish that they just knew how much they were going to pay before they took out the loans.
Wow.
Love it.
Well, that's great advice. Really appreciate you being here, cuz. Roy Paul, thank you very much.